Yo. Not recently, 3 years ago, I believe it was 3 years ago, I released my project, Transparency, Chapter 2, Chapter 2 Transparency EP. And maybe about a week ago, I got a notification that it finally is my first project that ever got over 1K streams. I know 1K, look, I'm not boasting and bragging, I ain't that guy. But 1K streams for an independent artist who's still in the building phase of his career is a big deal, right? And I'm gonna give you guys some facts about this project. And I've gotten 1K streams on songs, but on the full project it hasn't happened. This was the first time. So a couple facts about this project was this was the first project I had done where I got 90% of the beats from one website. I'll put a picture of the website or like a picture of the guy's name, Rujay Torres. Hope I pronounced his name right. I got 90% of the beats from there. One of the beats I got from Platinum Sellers through SoundClick. So initially I thought I got all the beats from the same producer, but I just got it from the same website. So that's a interesting fact about it. Another interesting fact about it is that the project was released on my big sister's birthday. And that's because I always believed her to be like the moniker of transparency. So it was released on March 25th. That's my big sister's birthday. But that's also one of my closest homies' birthday, my man Rich. And so it was released on their birthdays, which was a pretty big thing. Big deal, at least to me. Another fact about this project is that the goal was, no pun intended, to be transparent. The first record on there is called Year One. And I literally talk about my first year of college, which included my father passing, my father getting arrested, me struggling with thinking I belong in the school. And so Year One was a big record for me. It was one of those records that when I did it, as I was writing it, I knew that, oh shit, I got something special with this song. And to have it done, executed, it's pretty cool. Obviously, that's on all streaming platforms, so go check that out when you get a chance. Another thing about Chapter 2 Transparency that I really, really enjoyed was that I got one of my closest friends on the record, 1 a.m. in the Ville. And each song in here kind of goes into a part of my personality. It brings a part of my personality to life. 1 a.m. in the Ville was there with my homie DJ. His name's Kid Uzumaki on there. I don't even know if he considers himself a rapper or not, but he can rap. And it was one of my favorite things about the record was that when he did the song, he didn't overthink it. Sometimes I've been on songs with people and they try to do things that aren't them because I'm there, and he didn't. He did exactly what he did. He showed you exactly who he was, and it was super dope to get a perspective about being in the same university from two different people. This is about Millersville University, and I've always struggled with this thing of staying up late and just pondering about dreams and pondering about different things that I want to do. And then I'll go through this mental hole of just, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I think the most streamed song on Chapter 2 Transparency is Warrior. I thought Warrior was gonna be monstrous, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Warrior was gonna be that record. I thought Warrior was gonna be the one that took me off, blew me up. Really good record. It's almost at 1,000 streams now. It's like at 960 something. So if you guys get a chance, go play that record too. But that's almost at 1,000 streams. But I thought Warrior was gonna be the one. It got the nice intro with it. Then they got the beat switch, beat drop. The second verse to me is probably the best. It's the better verse in my opinion. The chorus is strong. Got a bop to it. Got a bounce with it. But that was a record that was produced by Young Gotti Beats. Is it Young Gotti or Yo Gotti? Young Gotti Beats. That's another great record. You got Evening Thoughts. Evening Thoughts was written as if when I wrote that song, I wrote it like I was imagining myself driving in a car. That's what I wrote. Like when I heard the beat, I fell in love with the beat when I heard it on YouTube. And then I clicked the link, and the link took me to the Rujay Torres website. And when I heard the beat, I immediately thought about myself driving a car. I had to drive in a car on a late night on an empty road, or laying in your bed just kind of looking at the ceiling. and it gives you that vibe, that real smooth vibe. You know, when you get done working out and you get that fresh drink of water, like when it hits your throat, you're like, damn, that was good, like that type of thing. And that's what I thought about when I was writing the record. I talked about multiple things in the song. I talked about certain women I dealt with who left. I talked about ambitions. I talked about some dreams. I talked about getting caught up in like certain things, getting caught up in like the hype of things and all that. So that was pretty big. But it was a great record. It was fun. It was fun. And all of these records, in my opinion, are really good records. Like I didn't waste my time. Everything I do, every song on this project was handwritten. All the verses were handwritten by me. Except for obviously DJ wrote his own verse. All the verses are handwritten by me. And so to like write it out and read it back and make sure you study this and make sure this hit like it's supposed to hit, it felt really good to get that project done, man. And it's a part of the chapter series because there's 4 chapters. I think chapter 4 is the last one I'll do. Last one that was done. Chapter 4, closure. And so that was a great one. That was great, man. Feel real good. Another record on there, Home. Home was my first like attempt at I can't even say it's a love song. I wouldn't call it a love song, but it's the closest attempt I have to date. I'm not big on writing love songs. I'm not big on that type of vibe. That's not my thing. I'm just not gonna lie to you. However, it's my closest attempt to a love song, if I'm gonna be fair. It's a song that could be called a love song. But what I talk about in the song, there was a particular woman who I was talking to at the time. And not that it was about her, but as I wrote the chorus, she was the face I thought about. And pretty much the song talks about how I want to invest more time into a relationship, because it's not about her per se, but into a relationship. But I gotta grind. I can't miss out on a chance to get better. I can't miss out on a chance to get faster on the field. I can't miss out on a chance to get better in the studio. I can't miss out on this, but I want to spend more. I want to go home, right? And the home metaphor is like wherever happiness is. That's what it means. It's not about a specific place. It's wherever happiness is. But I use the moniker of a relationship as kind of the metaphor. So it feels like I'm talking about a relationship, but I'm really just talking about wherever you feel the most comfortable at is home. But I use, like I said, I use the shield, the covering of it's about a relationship. But I do at times in the song talk about me and her dynamic and what that was like to a degree. But overall, the overall meaning of the song is to talk about going home with pieces. But while you're on this journey, you can't be home. You're on the journey, you're grinding, you're hitting the road. And so it's just one of those things, man, where I was fortunate to be able to put something like that together. And this is the closest thing I have to a love song. I'm not a big love song person. Just not. It's just not in me right now. I could, if I wanted to go out and make a love song, I could, but it's just really not in me. It's really just not what I like to do. It's not my preference. I don't even listen to love songs like that, to keep it a buck. The last record on there is called Warrior mixtape version. And all it is I added some air horns to it, added some sirens on it, added some DJ scratching on it. And the reason I did that was because I really wanted to capture that 2000 era of mixtape sound, that feel of what an actual mixtape felt like when you heard one. And I use, obviously it's Warrior. It's the same song, it's just like that. Got a couple of little scratches in it, some air horns in it. And I'm really thinking about making a project that is solely that feels like that mixtape era. So I would have to get with an engineer. I got an engineer down here in Philly as well, so I'm wanting to get with an engineer, and maybe we can orchestrate something and put something together that gives us that feel, that mixtape feel. That I'm from Philly. Like, I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you guys do. I was a little kid at this time, but Meek Mill, shout out to Meek, Flamers 2, or Quilly Mills, the Haines Street Hustler, the DVD era. Right, like that DVD era when I was a little kid watching those dudes get busy. Like I wanted something that brought that grittiness to it. And so I mean, overall, man, the project itself, the project itself, I just love it. You know, and I'm grateful that that's the one that did it. Like I want all my projects to get 1,000 streams. I want all my songs to get. Man, I want 1,000,000 streams. I want 1,000,000 streams, man. I want a plaque. You know, I want a platinum plaque. I want, you know, I think that I have the ability to do those things, and I'm truly passionate about the art. Like I want to get better, but I don't want to focus so much on getting better that I don't improve in the area of, I guess, distribution or the area of connecting with people. Like I think that's one of the things that I love the most about my style, as I love to bring a connection, and give and paint a picture for people to see and understand this world that they're probably not a part of. And I think I'm better than a lot of your favorite rappers. I just feel like I can rap better than a lot of people. I do. I genuinely do. And as far as what's coming up next, so let's look at the future. So what's coming up next is I'm looking to release this year, and we're almost at the halfway mark. Well, we are at the halfway mark. Well, no, one more month and we'll be at the halfway mark. So we're almost 50% of the way. So with this last 60% of the year that we have, right? My goal is to probably release